not one of the strongest.
Yeah.
Period.
Just the way they play Clan Blitz is sometimes like a work of art in that.
Not just like the coordination and like.
Yeah, they have a lot of coordination in Clan Blitz, and I think a lot of other teams are still trying to catch up in that mode, so they have an even greater advantage there.
They do. And it's pretty impressive. Obviously, on our screens, you see the rosters from two teams. On the left side, you see a team of seasoned veterans. On the right side, you see a lot of, seasoned veterans, but also, like, teenagers.
Yeah, they're all very young, besides Co-Pilot is a sub.
He doesn't count because he's not actually Saikai. But it's like, it's actually, now I think about it, like a bunch of, like, 20-somethings against, like, 15-year-olds.
Yeah.
So,
but, I mean,
but
those
the 15-year-olds
are
are
really
sick.
good. It's like the new wave, kind of like, in Splatoon 1, they were around, all these players, but they weren't ever as good as they are now.
Yeah.
And that's very impressive to see, because as soon as Splatoon 2 came out, they were a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah. No, it's insane. Just like the transformation from game to game. And even as this game has like evolved over time. And that being said, talking about this game's evolving, we're going to start off with Clan Blitz on Port Mackerel. Clan Blitz obviously being the newest mode in the game. Not many teams have been able to get around to mastering it, but Saikai maybe being one of them. Port Mackerel will be a fun one, for sure. We've actually, now that I think about it, I think our closest games in Clan Blitz have been on Port Mackerel, and it's a pretty standard linear map. Snipers definitely do have their way more on that map than other maps. I'm very scared, always will be scared of just the constant inkjets coming out from Saikai's end, at least. But
that could definitely happen. And then I think just this is the type of map in particular where if Saikai gets going early, they'll keep you into your spawn. Like, I could see Brandon going, once he gets a couple of kills, going straight for spawn and trying to keep them locked out, and then the rest of Saikai kind of, just throwing in the clams that they need.
Yeah, let me be very clear in that I am scared for Team Paradise. But like, I don't know if we can follow up from that last whirlwind of a set.
Yeah, that was a very impressive showing come out of Saikai. Yeah. But I mean, Team Paradise, they've won 4 rounds now in a row.
They have, but who have they been against?
They got their revenge up against Deep Blues. That sent them to the losers bracket, so that's a big win for them.
That is a big win for them.
I believe it was a 2-0, so that was a strong one for them.
Impressive. Maybe they're ramping up. Maybe there's something we aren't quite seeing here. Either way, let's go ahead and get this underway.
We've got losers finals right here. Top 3 situation. Someone's trying to go home, not go home right now. So this is going to be a big game right now to start off the set. Gamer is going to elect to start off on that Splat lane for the Stingray, obviously on Port Mackerel. And Brandon's pulling out an ink brush.
Let's go. Losers finals coming up. We have Saikai in the purple, Team Paradise in the yellow as we get this one underway. Brandon quickly advancing up and getting rid of that.
Look how much clams he's got already. Just back out 9 clams. He's got a power clam in about 15 seconds there.
And maybe that's why they're so successful, right? Because they have a dependable brush to be able to rack up clams immediately as soon as the set starts. Brandon
He's going in already.
Is on a tear, and they can't keep track of him even with the football.
That's going to open up the game for the rest of the team to come in and hopefully just distract them.
What are you doing,
Brandon is playing perfectly.
Oh my God.
Brandon with the perfect plays right there to come in from behind. And this guy is just the most creative player I've ever seen.
And you see it on his face, the little smirk he had, like riding his face for about 5 minutes as he was whirling around the entire way around the team. We're at the 30-point marker, yet we're not even 50 seconds into this game.
Yo, and look, Gamer, for a Splatling to be in your spawn like that is something to say. And like you said, I'm a little scared for Team Paradise right now.
I am straight up just, I don't believe in anything anymore. This is insane. Gamer's
still up there, and that's going to be something to watch out for. One of the players does spot him out, and Gamer's just going to be wise about it. I think if Gamer gets too pressured, he's just going to jump out, but no, gets in from the middle of the map right there, and Brandon's going to go down as well. He actually had a power clam, so they were trying to jump in with the power clam, be another creative move, but nice of Paradise to kind of stay composed and take care of that.
At this point, man, like, I think there's a lot of potential for this game to just steamroll, obviously, Paradise, but beyond just this game, of course, like in terms of momentum and kind of wearing down on these players, I think, with how explosive of a start this is definitely a mountain to climb. And maybe Tic Tac can help this effort. Tic Tac, on his own, has been kind of a beast in his own right. He's played kind of out of his mind for how little he's played recently. Now has the clam. Football needed to actually push up on that barrier, but he's going to wait for his teammates. And like the rest of this game, really try to recover, try to gain some sense of footing. As you have a huge mountain to climb right now.
DJ did just end his Stingray right there. They've also got a couple power claims right now, trying to make it. I believe one of the power claims did go down, yeah, at the bottom of our screen right there. Brandon's going to go and try and make something happen again with that ink brush, but goes down to DJ and Flox right there on the Slosher. And Flox is just going to come in once again to force out 2 players. And, well, thankfully for them, the sponge did save them.
Yeah, using their environment well, even though it was like it's not even their ink, but the baller exploding with the sponge being able to help. Copilot able to actually get their marker there and maybe start something for the Saikai side, who has so much explosive power coming to that barrier that DJ is forced on out of there, dude.
Now he's jumping back for a Stingray, actually. I don't know if it's the greatest play in the world, but kind of opens up things. But look at the top of our screens there. Saikai did open up the goal.
They did, seemingly out of nowhere, right? But, I mean, it looks like they have everything under control. That said, it's 23 points, and I have a hard time seeing Team Paradise to even get 20 of their own.
Yeah, the one thing about Clamblitz is you need that map control to get the clams in the first place, and right now they just don't have that. Brandon's going to be a little bit of a distraction once again, but nothing's going through right. Brandon was enough of a distraction to let Shaq score right there, and that is going to be a big play coming out from them. Dude is going to clean up the rest of the team. Has a lot of clams actually now to start something of his own. That's going to be a power clam, and that's going to be a score most likely. But Brandon stops it in his tracks.
No, I think I don't know if there was any timeline in which he could have made that jump, but I feel like painting in that mode, he would have definitely been better off just running it and trying to throw it and see what works. Either way, Brandon, my goodness, I don't know if I love or hate this. He's actually just destroying single-handedly Team Paradise in so many ways. That being said, Tic Tac shuts me up. Gets control of the middle of the map, and now is trying to get clams of his own, despite the fact that dude has a football ready. I feel like Tic Tac should come on over and help him.
He definitely has to be worried right there of Copilot, but he takes him down in a quick second right there. Dodges the bomb as well, so good play coming out from Tic Tac. And this is where they can try to make a push. They got a power clam, and they've also got 9 clams on Tic Tac. So, cool, but Brandon, if they don't kill him right there with the ink shed, nice shots there from Tic Tac to finish that off. And honestly, dude misses another one.
And he just wasn't able to get to it, even though we saw him die relatively close to it, I thought. I mean, maybe he just missed the first shot and tried to get back to it and was close to the barrier because of that. But either way, just haven't been able to make their mark known here. They have 2 footballs at the ready. One's going to go down to Copilot, but Copilot's not going to notice someone hiding behind the corner, gets taken down. That's going to be a 2v3 situation, and Tic Tac is forced to play safe. The only 2 people alive right now are the 2 people holding on football, so they're at a significant disadvantage being located at all times of the map right now.
Yeah, fortunately for them, the sponge didn't go out before the Splat bomb did, and this is going to be where things might open up for them. But look, dude is by himself up here. Maybe he's going to be able to pop that baller, but I don't know if there's going to be the follow-up after this team. He does get the score, but that's already 2 down. The bowler goes down right away. That's going to be another kill onto this player who's just super jumping in with the clam.
My God.
And Saikai shuts that game down. Game 1 going in their favor.
That was I'm so sorry, Team Paradise. I don't. At least these are best of 3 sets.
Yeah.
Because if this went on for any longer, if there was more weight given to a single set of Clam Blitz, this would not be a good story for Team Paradise.
Yeah, but honestly, losing the Clam Blitz to Saikai, I don't think is the biggest deal in the world because Saikai is so good at Clam Blitz, and then I feel like Team Paradise probably hasn't had enough time to even practice Clam Blitz as a mode that's recently added to the game. And then beyond that, I feel like the other modes are more their specialty because they're veterans of Splatoon.
Yes, that actually is an excellent point. And I think, I mean, that being said, Saikai is just
you don't
straight
still
up,
want to lose the set.
Saikai is straight up just good, and they have like no margin of error, really. So, yeah, it's a tough call. We're gonna head on into Humpback Pump Track after that last one, where, you know, Humpback, I think, can lend itself well to a lot more chaotic gameplay that Team Paradise can maybe take advantage of in some like allow for some shining of individual play. I think, like, you know, with having Dude on their team. Sure, we talk about him a lot, but there's a reason for that. And maybe in the midst of the chaos that typically is Humpback Pump Track in general, he can shine and enable, you know, the rest of his teammates as well.
Yeah, but we actually saw Saikai play this up against Set to Destroy X in the last set. And they put up a good show until Set to Destroy X actually took it at the end. And they might have that in the back of their minds, something along that nature. But honestly, the name of that game was Gamer was playing so well on the Splatling staying alive. Being the anchor for the team with his bubbles to start up pushes, I'm elected to see Gamer going with that Splatling deco again for the bubbles.
We'll have to see here as I believe we're getting set underway. I don't see a world in which this goes to a Game 3 in this set. But that being said...
All right, I'm 100% predicting that if Brandon goes Ink Brush or any weapon like that again, he just completely has the most confidence in the world to win the set. And he just wants to get out all the fun before he has to play
Unplug your controller.
again.
Unplug your controller at that point. If he picks the weapon, just unplug it. There's no point.
But I think Brandon's going to just go for one of the sloshers. It's very good on this map. And it should be ready right now. Brandon's the only player not ready, though, so maybe he's thinking about something. Okay, finally there.
What is... Dude, Shock's getting the pen and paper right before the match. What is happening?
They want to write notes.
What is he do? The game is loading in. What is happening? What could you possibly be wanting to take notes on right now, Shaq? Either way, we're going to go ahead and get this one started. As Saikai looking to wrap this one up as we head into Humpback.
Hump track right here, Clam Blitz, and all right, he is gonna like to go for a sloshing machine, Neo.
Sure.
So I like the nice pick coming out from him. Gamer also goes for the Splatling Deco again. Did a lot of work before, wants to do it again. And ooh, nice pick coming out from Flox right there to try and get something going early. And honestly, this is the start they needed.
Most importantly, there is a brush so they can win. Let's go. Team Paradise has a chance now. Flox here on the right side with the slosher and is going to be able to start racking up on some clams. They already have 15 at the ready. This is not really exactly sorted the right way. Tic Tac's holding on to 9, maybe waiting for a teammate to get it to him in the right place, but he's getting pushed up on and needs to back on up out of there. Will get the football. Let's see what they can do from here. Maybe
the last
push
remaining player right there is Gamer, but he tossed up the bubbles to kind of prevent them from going forward. And oh, that was very close for Tic Tac. If Gamer would have just timed that right, it would have been over. He also has the splashdown at the ready, so just move forward and I think splashdown and pick up the thing, and this should have been a score.
Ah, no, they just couldn't get it going, unfortunately. Tic Tac threw the football away to just be less trackable there in that situation. They got the ball rolling. It seemed like they had everything going their way, but the baller wasn't able to get even a hit marker onto Brandon, who was able to kite him far enough, get the splat onto him, and the rest of their teammates fell down. Team Paradise now with their kind of backs against the wall at this point.
Yeah, I thought that was their push right there.
That had to be, in my opinion.
That was their opening into this game, putting them on the heels, but honestly, from here, it's going to be an uphill battle for sure. Oh, he gets that.
Okay, sure, whatever.
Gets the nice kill right there with the help of a teammate. And now Shaq is just going to finish them off. And honestly, I'm not sure what much TP can do to get back in this game.
I really don't either. I mean, obviously, let's be clear. There's no points scored yet, but we still very much feel this way.
Yeah, but Saikai just has complete control of the map. Shaq throwing a little Kobe right there with this burst bomb to finish that off. They're going to finish off another player together, and they have enough clams right here, but I think they're just forming to make the biggest push of all time. Yeah, they're trying to at least coordinate something. I mean, they just do it intuitively already just on their own. That being said, like Brandon is actually heading into an unfavorable position here, and I mean, Saikai could have scored like 7 times.
They could have. They could have just passed it over while they're completely distracted by Brandon. There was nobody covering the actual barrier at that point, but nothing doing as of yet. Yeah, and maybe a little bit of a misplay coming out from Saikai, even though we say this is their mode right here. But honestly, that was a bit of a big misplay if you ask me. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're Saikai and if you're playing that way, you must have enough confidence in yourself to actually like finish the job. So I don't know. I have faith in them to kind of turn this one around. That being said, it looks like
actually going to score though, coming in from behind, and this is the first score of the game. He's also going to get a nice kill. Nice plays coming out from Tic Tac. DJ's going to throw in a couple more clams right there, and all they need is maybe a little bit more to get something going. But there are no really any clams around them. Yeah, not possible. But I mean, that being said, somehow just opening a wound within Saikai that they didn't know existed at this point. That's a great lead to have when nothing has been scored just as of yet. I mean, that being said, we've constantly alluded to how well Saikai can play the mode. They've had the potential to be winning this game already by a ton. They just haven't. And maybe that's where they start this push right now. They have a football ready and near 10 clams on Shaq. Yeah, and now it's just going to be if Copilot maybe can get a pick up there. He does get a trade, so that's not the worst thing in the world. Now Gamer's just going to hold back onto this left side. I feel like if Gamer could have gotten a pick on that left side and popped the bubbles, he should have been able to score. Yeah, he should have been, but I think they're trying to actually maybe even coordinate Gamer to distract their attention and actually have the football come in from the right where Brandon had 7. He was able to pick up 3 immediately. Not able to get, even while he was hidden in all those bubbles. But Shaq does score for his team. But is it enough? They do have another He's hidden right there. Shaq is, he shouldn't have stepped out until maybe another teammate came in. Right there, we do see the slosher was in mid, so I think he should have just waited a little bit. He was coming. I just don't think he would have come in time, especially with the amount of Team Paradise members around him. I think that was a bet that he didn't like and wanted to try going for his own. I think 50-50 either way just didn't work out. Definitely hard to make a decision like that on the fly right there. But Shaq did score, so if they do score one more time, just one more power clam, they will get the lead.
That's Brandon down.
That's pretty big to say right there. Nice battle at the top of our screens right there. Shaq versus the slosher of Phlox right there. And Phlox seems to have pushed them back for the moment. They've also got a power clam on the side of Team Paradise, but all their members are starting to go down.
Yeah, I think at this point you've got to play a little bit safe and even throw that football away for Tic Tac. You're one of the only 2 members alive, and you're leaving this team as a sitting duck. You have a very slim lead, but unfortunately, yeah, he's going to go down. There's only 1 effective member remaining here, and DJ has to protect it, admittedly, with the Rapid Blaster that can defend the base pretty well.
The Rapid Blaster definitely one of those weapons that is very, very good on the defensive end there. So now that was a good stop from DJ right there. All they need to do is stop one, but there is going to be a guaranteed overtime as long as one player is holding on to this clam.
Oh, no. He let go. Wait. Okay, sure.
Okay, they do have the clam on the map, so that's going to be overtime for them.
Tic Tac's watching it?
Yeah, Tic Tac is just going to splash down on it. That actually might be the game, and
TP
comes back to win the game.
Why? That feels like the weirdest of wins, though. It felt like, especially for the first half of the game, Saikai should have been able to do something better than 80 points alone.
Saikai had 2 players with 8 for at least like 40 seconds. 2 players with 8 clams.
Only 40?
Yeah. And they should have been able to score and just pass it off to each other. And all they needed was 2 power clams to hit the goal, and they would have won the game. That would have been 60 points.
That being said, I think Team Paradise in terms of like kill death definitely noted. I noted that they performed better than Saikai, which is positive. It wasn't that much better, but I think it was DJ that led with 17 and Phlox with 16, 14. A really good top-down effort from all of Team Paradise. That obviously they need to see more, but now they have a fighting chance. Apparently, I wouldn't have pegged it for them, but now on paper they have a fighting chance, and it's going to be going into Sturgeon Shipyard.
All they need to do here is win 1 game to at least secure a mode for them, and that means a lot going forward. Just this 1 game can mean the difference between going out maybe in the next Splat Zones round or going at least pushing it to tower control. So I think this is definitely a big one for Team Paradise here. And we mentioned earlier that this is Saikai's mode, is Clam Blitz. And
this would be substantial if Saikai lost. Like it'd be quite an upset in and of itself. Saikai could go on to win after this, winning Splat Zones and tower control, but the fact that they lose Clam Blitz to Team Paradise, a team of pickups that haven't played together in so long, like shit.
Watch your language on the stream here. But yeah, we're waiting for Brandon once again. Maybe he's thinking of something to do here. I don't think he's going to go back to the Ink Rush. I think he definitely wants to win this game and just play seriously now.
Yeah, he didn't play it last game, and I feel like didn't have the effect he really quite wanted to. I mean, maybe reconsidering it while he can. Yeah, I'm not quite sure at this point as to what he's picking. And I wonder what that Sharpie was for that he was bringing out. I mean, it looks like he has the map list on his table, so maybe just highlighting it, maybe highlighting what's been done or what they have played on as of yet. Don't know where that Sharpie went. Either way, we're going into Game 3. Sturgeon Shipyard on Clam Blitz. We've seen Saikai perform on this one. It's very, very well. I think this is actually where they got one of their wins on Set to Destroy X, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe so. You were right. Brandon came out with the big plays during that to kind of take that game win. So hopefully maybe he can bring that back here for Saikai. And he is going to go for the Tri-Slosher. He hasn't played it yet here in these last few sets, but he is known for that from the beginning of Splatoon 2.
Yes. Brandon able to get a quick aggressive kill onto at least one before Dude helps clean that one up. Dude on the left side of the map and able to help out another teammate for just a little bit longer. Clams sitting really pretty in the middle, but Dude's going to take the time to say, no, teammates, you guys can take care of that. I'll try to do what I can up front. Unfortunately, won't be able to do that much. Tic Tac now has the football, is taken down. It looks like Saikai is getting an overwhelming victory.
The last player is that bowler. He's going to go down. That's a full wipe coming out. Saikai's in a good position. Brandon should have 8 clams once he turns around there, And now the rest of the team is just going to play this, I guess, a little bit aggressively, warming up clams together. That should be a score right there for Brandon. And now the rest of the team maybe be able to throw in a couple clams from that top spinner. Yeah, we do see the blaster there. Does throw in a couple extra, not before being finished off. And that's actually going to be a full wipe now back in favor of TP.
Yeah, I think at this point, TP, they were nearing the amount of clams they need to have, but they didn't prioritize getting control of the green ink in front of them, and unfortunately it's going to go down because of that. Maybe trying to play ahead of the clams. I mean, they only really had 7. They were trying to force something that really, on paper, wasn't too much of a good opportunity. Maybe Team Paradise at this point, now that neutral's been established, now that Saikai's, onslaught at the beginning is kind of calmed down at this point, I can see a little bit of a turnaround. But it looks like Copilot maybe has someone's number. Not quite yet.
Unfortunately. Ooh, he does get a double right there from Copilot. That might start something up for Saikai, but Gamer's the only one in the middle of the map. It's a 1v1 situation. I think Gamer should just back out. He has 8 clams, or 9 clams rather, and needs to just stay alive for his team.
Because they were getting so many hit markers on the right side, and I was like, wait, how many people are just sitting here in this purple ink? Apparently, too, they got the quick blaster kill right there. 3 minutes left in this one. Nothing doing as of yet. Gamer with the football towards the back, and with the 10 missiles to boot, and maybe being able to super jump to a teammate.
No, but he needs to protect the goal right here. Calls it out to his team. The rest of them come in, and that's going to be a quick stop right there. And now, actually, they've got a decent position in right now. They might be able to do something here with the baller. No, they've got no power clam at the ready, and Brandon's on a roll. Brandon's running for it here at the top of our screens. He is going to probably score if he can.
He missed!
But he misses.
Front blaster.
Oh, and he's now able to score right there. Open that up for his team. They also have 20 more clams to go. And honestly, the last player is Shaq right there. Oh, they actually jump in with the super jump right there.
This is literally art. Like everything coming into play just one by one by one. The super jump.
And Shaq finally scores that for his team. That's going to be a huge lead right there. Brandon's just back in the middle of the map. Probably not going to have enough time. He's going to go for it anyway, and he actually does save it. Gets an extra 3 clams in there, and he's just building on this lead from there.
Overwhelming play coming in from them. And for Saikai right now to be in a place where they have so much going for them. Obviously, for Team Paradise, getting that one game alone is, in my book at least, is really impressive. Maybe they can bounce back from this. I would like to think they can bounce back from this, having the chip of Game 2 on their shoulder. But let's see what they can do. I mean, we still have 1 minute 40 left to go. If they can get something going now, then maybe they have a chance at a comeback. That being said, we see 20 on the top left.
Yeah. Shaq might be able to score. No, he misses. But I think another player did score. Yeah. They did score right there. I think it was Gamer. He had a power clam at the ready as well. So now it's looking pretty good. Oh, if he had the splashdown, I feel like he would have got 2 more kills.
He would have. Unfortunately, didn't get it. There's 4 clams left. Sorry.
Shaq's the last one left. That's the end of the push right now. Oh, but no, Gamer comes in, tries to make something happen. No, it doesn't right there. But honestly, it was worth the effort just to
it was. And he had if he did do it, they would have won the game straight up. So worth it, because they have all of In Control behind him anyway. They're able to recover for a little bit. Dude has football in the middle of the map, letting his teammates protect him to either side of him.
Oh, and now, dude, I feel like he should have went for it and opened it and see what he could get from there. Maybe they're looking for a couple of picks. Tic Tac actually does go down for them, and that's not going to be good going into this. Dude's actually also in a bad position right now. He needs to back out, and the rest of his team is down, though. Nice kill from Dude to maybe stay alive for a bit. He's going to lose this on the pop, though, and needs to pick it back up. No, he's just going to let to kind of wait.
Oh, my goodness. He was actually almost able to outmaneuver Saikai, but unfortunately, he just didn't have the support of his teammates. I was questioning where the rest of his teammates were, and maybe, dude, you should wait for them or something, but they were just simply taken out over and over and over again, and at some point you have to make a decision with 30 seconds left to go. That being said,
they do have the overtime if they can keep that power clam on the stage right now, but honestly, they've got to score so many clams, I don't even know if it's going to be possible.
Yeah, I don't even know if there's that many clams available on the map. That being said, Team Paradise is able to secure at least their overtime life for now, but now only 1 person's alive. This is looking a little bit hairy, and now Saikai has been able to confirm their win for set number 1 on Clam Blitz. Congratulations to them for having pulled through. Team Paradise, sure, they didn't really get anything too much done. That's about, as you said before, veterans that are probably way more accustomed with splat zones.
Look at them kills right there coming out from a lot of the players, actually. Copilot with the 20, another player behind him with the 19.
Yeah.
And even on the side of Team Paradise, there was some big kills as well.
Frankly, I'm incredibly impressed by Team Paradise, just in general. I did not expect this to be as close contention as I thought it'd be. I mean, obviously the last game was maybe the least close, sure, but in their play, in their individual play, even if the objective score was maybe off, the thing you notice, especially in the KDs, is that it's not the biggest disparity at all between
and also, Dude was very close to throwing in a power clam, at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, no, he was.
That may have opened up things if he could actually just finish off and execute right there, but unfortunately he was picked off alone a lot.
Yeah, and so I guess the thing that I do want to just point to is that, again, just looking at, how close they were to actually executing and how at least individually they performed, it all alludes to just their unfamiliarity or just lack of comfort around the mode. And they've shown, at least in their play in fights with Saikai, that they can take them on.
Yeah, I think that's a big win, at least going into these next ones, because we both predicted at least 2-0 for Saikai there.
Yeah.
And at least just getting a win means something going into this next one. So they've already read it up on the side of Team Paradise, know what they're going to be running here on Splat Zone's Mako Mart. And yeah, we see DJ
All right,
there.
let's just unplug the controller, unplug the camera. All right, cool. We're good. We're good.
All right. And now I'm predicting maybe Brandon going with a Slosher Deco, maybe.
Yeah.
On that lines for Splat Zones.
That makes sense. I wonder.
Did they play this exact map up against Set the Strikes? He did play this. I was trying to think. He does play the Slosher Deco on this map. So maybe that's what he's getting going here.
Maybe. Actually.
We're looking at this here.
Yes, but wait. I just want to confirm that the winners finals Clan Blitz maps or Splat Zones maps are near identical, if not exactly identical.
Just a different order, I believe.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we actually have a DC in the lobby apparently.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
See, this is somewhat reminiscent of yesterday, where that same kind of thing was happening. We'll have to see.
They're writing to each other with their drawing, and writing Shaq is bad.
Oh
apparently.
no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Shaq is. You might be right. Wait, no, that is definitely a G.
No, that Shaq is bad for sure. He's making it darker so the camera can see.
No, I think he's making a gamer.
Oh, maybe now, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he's changing it to gamers bad, and trying to fix that for himself right there.
I hope. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Apparently, someone's bringing him the markers. Like they're encouraging them.
Yeah. Someone's enabling all of this, and you know, fine. So be it. 1,000 people. This is what you want to see, I guess. Shaq writing gamers bad.
Yeah. So, I mean, good to keep up the good spirits right there, especially in a close set that we just saw in that best of 3. So, they're still feeling themselves here.
At least I know what they're using the Sharpie for now. I was just so confused. But yeah, it's interesting that, like the winners finals Splat Zones maps are the exact same as the losers final Splat Zones maps. And sure, there's like a lot of overlap, but interesting. I wonder if there's any other way that could have turned out because, I mean, Saikai, they have the experience needed to actually take this on. They went to that game 3 set with Set to Destroy
we
X.
still remember we do have the 18 map list or game modes like total.
Yeah.
So there's gonna definitely be overlap as you said.
Yeah. And that's to be expected, right? There's a trade-off between, you know, being able to practice the maps you play and obviously just playing them over and over again, or having to prepare for 64 plus game types. So yeah, I mean that's kind of what we see here in the best of 3 sets, is that we see, and just like the way this tournament was structured, is that we have our players' ability to prepare way more, and because of that, they've been able to kind of master these maps and modes over and over and over. I mean, that being said, it looks like we're kind of getting ourselves situated here and trying to work out this networking issue, as I believe it seems someone bumped a switch off of a dock.
Maybe in the midst of all that coloring.
All that. Honestly, that might have happened. If we had an instant replay system that like literally just recorded them writing gamers bad, we would know right now.
Yeah, but yeah, as you mentioned, for this particular tournament in general, I like this that they're showing whoever wins is definitely the master of that mode or at least game type, because they've played it so many times, not only in the past when they practice, but here today as well. So they've gotten to adjust to each other. And honestly, they've just got to keep thinking because they know what they're going to be playing in the next set.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that like these aren't maps that people play and it's like, oh, well, it was lucky, I guess, or something like that. We just weren't prepared for it. No, you've literally played the same thing at least 3 times. So at this point, these teams are playing at their best and at their peak, and that's probably the best that we want to be able to see. You know,
we saw Game 9, right? The last set.
Yeah,
so.
No, exactly. That was. I mean, regardless of what happens in this set, that final set is going to be something else. Anyway, we're getting ourselves situated here, as you know, we're still waiting for the lobby to get itself together. If you're just tuning in, Saikai just taking over set number 1 versus Team Paradise, and we're heading into Splat Zones on Mako Mart. Splat Zones on Mako Mart. Yeah, I could see.
And I think on the other side as well, they're going to throw out a couple ballers. Dude's probably going to be playing that 52 guy. He's been favoring that a lot today. And his teammate there, Flox, has been playing that Slosher Deco. So I'd expect 2 ballers out of them. And then, honestly, I think their Splat Zone's comp for the day has been, for the most part, the double baller, the double point sensor, and then Tic Tac is flexing onto a couple shooters like Splatter Shot, Ten Attack, stuff like that.
I would be so curious to like get one of their phones for like their Nintendo Switch app just to scroll through how well they've done today alone on like certain modes over at others. I feel like the answer has got to be like, especially with the comps that generally roll out, is just like they do well on Splat Zones, but I'm just guesstimating at this point here. So yeah, no, I think there's definitely, at least with what we're seeing built up to here, is Team Paradise being able to put forth not only a weapon composition, but also themselves and what they bring to the table as players in their own right to be able to give a Saikai a run for their money.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And even, as we said, all right, the winners finals were the same maps, but even if you look at the loser semifinals, they played Splat Zones there as well, and at least 2 of the maps are contributing over to this one as well.
Right, yeah.
So they're definitely well prepared for this as well.
Yeah, no, exactly. We'll have to see how this plays out.
I mean, we also just, because it was only, I guess, a Switch falling out, it's probably going to be back up soon. Relatively.
Maybe the Switch is broken?
No.
I mean,
we've got plenty of Switches on hand. The lobby is getting open right now and should be working fine.
Yeah.
They're going to be getting into it really quickly.
Yeah, man.
Unless they're still drawing. No, but I hear map being picked right now.
I wouldn't put it past them. Oh, the map is being picked. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. We're getting started here. Set number 2. Team Paradise, they've had so much momentum. They've started, let's say it again, they started in losers round 1 after losing to
Deep Blues in round 1 of winners.
I'm impressed you remember that. After losing to Deep Blues, which is, you know, them being able to get the run back in losers semis, impressive. That's about, this is their 5th round in losers now. And so to be able to have your backs to the wall for that long and still perform as well as you are, incredibly impressive.
Yeah, I got to hand it up to Team Paradise right there. Honestly, when they went down right away, I wasn't expecting them to make this run. And that just shows a lot to testament of when you're a veteran player, you can, you've got that composure at least to just stick it out and keep yourself with your head up going into these next couple sets. Because I did meet Dude after, I believe, his losers round 2. And he was just saying, I'm ready to play more games. That's what he told me. I'm ready to play more games.
Just like straight up?
Yeah, I'm ready to play more games.
That's a good thing to hear.
Yeah.
I'm actually really glad to hear that because I think Dude has been after going to so many lands and getting second so many times. Like it's at some point I figure it's just got to hit you like, all right, I'm fed up. Like I need to just do better or like just get further than this wall that I keep hitting over and over and over again. So it's really good to hear that he has that like drive, not necessarily to like. There's 2 kind of responses to losing like over and over and over again. It's either like I'm tired, I'm just gonna stop going, or
take a little break or something like that.
Yeah,
or I'm gonna keep grinding.
And here we are, losers finals, 3K pot. Oh yeah, the loser of this gets 300.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's only 300. Why settle for 300 when you could get like 3,000?
Well, I mean, the full 3,000 is one player.
Okay.
But
come on, at least some people could pay for their like nuggies or something. That's what we're looking for here.
I mean, that would make you at least even for your trip at the most. At the worst.
Are you trying to say I eat that many nuggies?
No, I'm saying the if you won first place, you're at least even on your trip here.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying I'm even on my nuggies or something.
All right, well, we've got the lobby going up here. We see some claps from both the team and the crowd.
I think Gamer was like getting settled or something.
Yeah,
and
maybe
like,
it was Gamer.
It was Gamer, dude. It was definitely Gamer.
So Gamer is in fact bad. And over there, Shaq seems to be writing an essay. That's a lot of words.
Mate, I wish I could write those kind of essays. Those long essays.
Gamer has to do his Shaq has to do his homework before school tomorrow.
Maybe he's doing his homework right now.
Yeah.
Shoot. These kids these days, they're just so talented.
Shaq showing his amazing multitasking skills right there. He hasn't even stopped. Shaq is the one who hasn't ready up.
I think he just called it out to the crowd. The rest of the crowd and he heard that. Oh, my God.
Yeah, and now it's going to be Brandon's just trying to think of what weapon. He's always been the one to kind of take his time on this. And, I mean, that's all right because Brandon's pretty much been a star here today.
I think they just said Brandon ready up too, but the dude was legitimately trying to decide his weapon. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get this one underway. Shaq here, hard at work.
Shaq is still writing.
Shaq is grinding right now. All right. Oh, Brandon with the kawaii sign right there. We're gonna go ahead and get this one. underway. Mako Mart on Splatoon. Let's see if Team Paradise has what it takes to really take it to that next level of bringing it to that mode they're so familiar with.
Ooh, and they are going to elect for go for that double bowler comp, but DJ's going to be going onto that rapid blaster. He did use that earlier in the set, so I'm liking that here as well. But he's going to go down right away to the blaster of Co-Pilot here, and that's pretty much even on both sides, but the zone does start off in favor of Team Paradise.
Yeah, it does, but we'll have to see how much can be worked on here by Saikai. As they're in a good space to kind of take over. I mean, they're just focusing on everything but the splat zones. And it's not, it's actually probably a good play to focus, you know, not just tunnel in on the objective and get ink on a certain...
wins a crucial 1v1 there, I feel. And now that's going to keep them alive for a lot of more time here. He's going to team up with Flox there, but I think he notices that someone called out that there's one in the other direction. So he's just going to turn around and deal with that. Oh, now if he gets that pick off to Shaq. Shaq pulling out clutch for his team right there. And now with the bubbles, they should be able to cap the zone.
Yeah, unfortunate for Tic Tac, who seemed like he was in a position to be able to win that fight, but just wasn't able to come out on top amidst the jumps and all the ink in his face. So we'll have to get and see if Saikai can actually recover from this one. Wall going to be put out. Perfect position for a gamer to be able to actually even prevent Team Paradise from entering the middle of the map in an orthodox manner. We'll have to see if they go.
But his teammates got taken out from behind. Gamer has to back up here. It is Flox coming in from behind, and that should be the zone with the baller coming in maybe, and they also threw out that bomb rush. So they're in a good position keeping that baller. I like that move right there from Flox. He didn't have to use it, so don't waste it. And that's going to be a 2v1 right there that they win.
Frankly, in a lot of ways, Flox has been a brilliant player throughout this land, but in general, his aggressive play has lended so well to helping Team Paradise get control of zones. And this is where they are shining. And rightly so.
I feel like he should have maybe bowlered on those two remaining players right there with the help of one teammate. Might have been able to take him down. And that's going to be Saikai and Brandon coming right back at it. Brandon's almost got that Inkstorm ready with his Brella right there. So Brandon's just going to throw that up, and now he's going to be aggressive as he usually is.
Yep, as usual, Inkstorm coming out his way, but he's trying to sneak around and shuck around in the enemy base while located, which isn't going to quite work out against Team Paradise. Ooh, Team Paradise might be able to win the 1v1, but no.
Shaq's coming in with the flanks right there. Does manage to take down two, then gets taken down. Ooh, a nice splash down to come in, but Tic Tac pops. Ooh.
Oh, the direct from Co-Pilot.
Co-Pilot just saves the team right there, and they do get the lead momentarily, and they're keeping them in their spawn right now, which is the big thing.
They're being distracted. I think they're realizing now, wait, guys, what are we doing? The zone, nobody's actually on it. We're losing the game right now. Let's go ahead and try to do what we can to get back onto it.
Yeah, dude realizes right there. He's going to pop his bowler into the zone maybe to cap it, and that's not enough as most of the bowler right there was blocked by that middle pillow right there, as they usually call it. So
what went wrong for Team Paradise? Everything was going their way until it wasn't, and now the game is over. Saikai takes the 1-0 lead in splat zones.
That's what happens against Saikai. You can be feeling yourself, but once they get into your spawn, that's where they're at home, and they can just take you down in a split second.
I can't believe.
And he goes right back to writing, this guy. He really needs to get this homework done before tomorrow.
No, this is a midnight assignment. There's no way there's no way this is due in homeroom on Monday anymore.
All right, here, as we get into this next game here, we are going to be going over to Splat Zone's Inkblot Art Academy. So they did play this earlier, as we said, against Set to Destroy X, and that was one that I believe they lost, and that was actually for the set, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. And, yeah, they did lose that pretty handily all of a sudden. I mean, it was close until Fuzzy just wrecked face, which was pretty impressive in its own right. But, yeah, let's see. I mean, obviously, they've been able to play at least Malkomar to a T, so we'll see how much they can kind of improve on their last Inkblot Art Academy performance. And, I mean, obviously, if it makes it to a game 3, we'll see Muscle Forge. That we did see them play also against Set to Destroy X as well, and didn't fare the...
That's the one that they won. No, they lost. They lost that. They won Mako Mart before, and they won Mako Mart again.
Yeah, I was about to fact check you on that one.
Mako Mart apparently is a very good map for them.
Yeah.
And then I would expect maybe DJ is going to stay for Team Paradise there on that Rapid Blaster. It's very good here as well. We did see Hexen was rocking it earlier in the set before this up against Saikai. So, and it worked out pretty well for Hexen. Maybe it works out well for DJ here as well.
Especially just because you can't really there's no wall to paint over and kind of get over the hump for in the same way that you can on Rainmaker here on Inkblot Art Academy. You have to walk up that ramp. So, you know, being able to have access to that Rapid Blaster that can reach over those walls in such a seamless, easy manner, you know, that's incredibly vital. And DJ's been able to play with that weapon incredibly well so far. Definitely looking forward to seeing him play that here.
And a big thing with that Rav Blaster that I like to see is once he gets control of top mid and his teammates go into the plat area and he throws up a bomb rush to kind of support them. That's what I want to see if they ever get control of this zone.
Yeah. That is for sure. We're going to go ahead and get into this one as Inkblot Art Academy is coming up our way.
Yeah, and we've got Shaq still was riding there up until the last very seconds. And now Gamer is going to be going towards that mini Splatling, but Brandon's also going Flingza for the first time here today.
Flings a roller high. We haven't really seen this too much at all. I mean, I believe we saw this in-group play. I believe I wouldn't put it past Brandon to do that, but definitely the first time we've seen it today in the top cut of bracket. We'll have to see if they can get to the start that they're expecting. Brandon getting fired onto a log right there, but is able to recover with the help of his teammates, and now Saikai able to take control of zones and see where they can push up here on ramp.
Yeah, he's going to be looking for the kill there onto Phlox with that bowler, but he's going to be alive for that. Ooh, takes down that bowler, and that should probably be a kill for Brandon right there. Finally secures it right there, and Brandon's looking really good with that Flingza here.
Yeah, just a very weird situation there with the baller as he was able to survive, but only for so long. Brandon here now pushing up way onto DJ and gets the enemy just taken down like that. Fox is going to go down to Shaq immediately, and now they're winding down the Splat Zone's timer like it's nothing. Locator is going to be locate Shaq here on the block. Tries to go to the left side, but they see it coming now. Baller's going to come out, and Shaq says, we got to retreat right this instant. Dude is going to go on top of the middle of zones. What just happened?
Quick pop from Brandon right there. Used the wall and his own shot to kind of just destroy that bowler in a second. And that's going to be the game right there for sure.
This is the set. That's it. That is game, set, and match. Saikai are your losers bracket winners, and they'll be moving into the grand finals for a rematch versus Set the Destroy X. Keep in mind, this is going to be a best of three, best of 5 sets, and Saikai here, there's no bracket reset, so they'll be like they go into this one with a clean slate.
Yeah. I mean, we mentioned it before. We're not too sure how we feel about that, but it's definitely an interesting take on the grand finals here. So Saikai is definitely very much alive. And the only thing now that I'd like to mention is that there are going to be 2 Splat Zones rounds in that best of 5. So I think every other mode is just